Welcome to Knowitrix, where curiosity becomes clarity. Here, complex ideas are decoded, trending topics are explored, and the hidden patterns of our world are revealed through cinematic storytelling. From the science behind viral moments to the future of technology, from human psychology to global events, every episode transforms everyday questions into powerful insights. If you love learning, thinking deeper, and understanding the world in a smarter way, you're in the right place. Welcome to the matrix of modern knowledge. Welcome to Knowitrix. Module 3, Human Hacking, the biggest cyber weakness. Social engineering, the art of manipulation. Part 1, Introduction plus the psychology of human hacking. The screen fades in from black. A dimly lit room appears, illuminated only by the glow of a smartphone vibrating on a table. The phone rings with a familiar tone, the kind that instantly triggers anxiety. The caller ID flashes, bank security helpline. A man hesitates. His hand trembles slightly as he reaches for the phone. Before he answers, the scene cuts sharply to a woman opening her laptop. Her inbox loads, and the first email subject line reads, "Urgent, your account has been suspended. Immediate action required." Her eyes widen. She clicks without thinking. The scene cuts again, this time to a young graduate sitting on his bed, smiling at a message on his phone. "Congratulations, you have been selected for a high-paying remote job." He doesn't know that the message is fake. He doesn't know that the person texting him is a scammer. He doesn't know that he is about to lose everything. The final cut shows a CEO staring at a video of himself on a screen, except the video is saying things he never said. His face is his voice is his, but the message is not. A deep cinematic voiceover begins. Hackers don't always break into systems. Sometimes they break into people. They don't need your password. They just need your trust. Welcome to the world of human hacking, where the weakest link isn't your computer, it's you. Section 1. What is human hacking? Human hacking, also known as social engineering, is the art of manipulating people into giving away confidential information, performing actions they shouldn't, or making decisions that benefit the attacker. Unlike traditional hacking, which requires technical skills, coding knowledge, or specialized tools, human hacking relies on something far more powerful and far more vulnerable: human psychology. To understand human hacking, imagine a thief trying to break into a house. He tries to pick the lock, but the lock is too strong. He tries to break the door, but the door is reinforced. He tries to climb through the window, but the window has sensors. So instead, he walks up to the door, knocks politely, and says, "Hi, I'm from the electricity board. I need to check your meter." The homeowner, without thinking, opens the door. This is the essence of human hacking. It bypasses the technical defenses and goes straight for the human weaknesses: trust, fear, curiosity, greed, urgency, and empathy. Hackers know that even the most advanced cybersecurity systems can be rendered useless if a human being unknowingly opens the door for them. This is why social engineering is responsible for over 90% of cyber attacks worldwide. Firewalls can be updated, antivirus software can be upgraded, servers can be patched, but human emotions, human instincts, human mistakes, those are much harder to fix. Section 2. Why social engineering works. Detailed psychological breakdown. To understand why social engineering is so effective, we need to understand how the human brain works. Humans are not purely logical creatures. We like to believe we make decisions based on rational thinking, but in reality, most decisions are made emotionally first and logically second. When you receive a message saying your bank account has been locked, your brain doesn't calmly analyze the situation. It doesn't ask, is this message legitimate? Is the sender verified? Is this a known scam? Instead, your brain reacts emotionally. Oh no, My money is at risk. I need to fix this immediately. This emotional reaction is what hackers exploit, the psychology behind human hacking. There are several psychological triggers that social engineers use. 1. Authority bias. Humans are conditioned to obey authority figures, police officers, bank officials, government representatives, company executives. When someone claims to be from a trusted authority, people tend to comply without questioning. 2. Fear and loss aversion. Humans fear losing something more than they enjoy gaining something. A message saying, "Your account is locked," triggers panic. Panic leads to impulsive decisions. 3. Urgency and time pressure. When someone says, "Do this now or something bad will happen," the brain switches into survival mode. Hackers use urgency to bypass logical thinking. 4. Curiosity. Humans are naturally curious. A message like, "Your package delivery failed," or "Your friend sent you a photo," can easily trigger a click. 5. Greed and opportunity. Fake job offers, lottery winnings, investment opportunities. These appeal to the desire for quick success. 6. Empathy and trust. Humans want to help others. Scammers often pretend to be in distress or pretend to be someone familiar. These psychological triggers are universal. They work across countries, cultures, age groups, and education levels. Even cybersecurity experts have fallen for social engineering attacks because, at the end of the day, no matter how smart or experienced you are still human. Section 3. Real scam calls. Now let's dive into one of the most common forms of human hacking, scam calls. These calls are designed to create fear, urgency, and confusion. They often come from numbers that look legitimate, sometimes even matching the official numbers of banks, telecom companies, or government departments. This is possible because of a technique called caller ID spoofing, where attackers manipulate the number that appears on your screen. Let's walk through a real-life scenario. Story: the bank verification call, full cinematic breakdown. A middle-aged man named Rajesh is sitting at home after a long day of work. He is tired, stressed, and mentally drained, the perfect target for a scammer. His phone rings. The caller ID shows HDFC Bank Customer Care. Rajesh immediately feels a sense of seriousness. He answers the call. The voice on the other end is calm, professional, and confident, exactly how a bank officer would sound. "Good evening, sir. This is Rahul from HDFC Bank Security Department. We have detected suspicious activity on your account. Someone attempted to withdraw 50,000 rupees from an ATM in another city. Did you authorize this transaction?" Rajesh's heart skips a beat. He panics. "No, I didn't. What should I do?" The scammer continues in a reassuring tone. "Don't worry, sir. We will secure your account. But for verification, we need to confirm your identity. You will receive an OTP. Please read it out to me." Rajesh receives the OTP. He reads it out. Within seconds, the scammer uses that OTP to transfer money out of Rajesh's account. Rajesh doesn't realize what happened until it's too late. Why this scam works? This scam works because it triggers multiple psychological responses at once. Fear. The idea of losing money creates immediate panic. Authority. The caller pretends to be from a trusted institution. Urgency. The scammer creates a sense of immediate danger. Confusion. The victim is overwhelmed and unable to think clearly. Trust. The caller ID appears legitimate. This combination is extremely powerful. Even highly educated people fall for it. How caller ID spoofing works. Caller ID spoofing is a technique where attackers use software to display any number they want on your phone. They can make it look like your bank, your telecom provider, or even your family member is calling. This is why you should never trust incoming calls, no matter what number appears on the screen. How to protect yourself. The safest rule is simple. If someone calls you claiming to be from a bank, hang up immediately. Then, call the official number from the bank's website. Never trust incoming calls. Always verify using outgoing calls. This one habit can save you from 90% of phone-based scams. Email remains the most powerful weapon in a hacker's arsenal, not because email technology is weak, but because humans trust emails far more than they should. Every day, billions of emails are exchanged across the world between companies, banks, governments, families, and friends. This familiarity creates a false sense of safety. People assume that if something arrives in their inbox, it must be legitimate. But in reality, email is the easiest communication channel to manipulate. Anyone can create an email address that looks professional. Anyone can copy a company's logo, color scheme, and writing style. Anyone can send a message that appears urgent, official, and convincing. This is why phishing attacks continue to grow every year, despite all the awareness campaigns. Hackers know that if they can craft the right message, one that triggers the right emotion, people will click without thinking. Let's explore this through a cinematic story. A woman named Aisha sits at her desk, sipping her morning coffee. She opens her laptop and begins checking her emails, a routine she has followed for years. Her inbox loads, and among the usual newsletters and work messages, one email stands out. The subject line reads, "Your account has been suspended. Immediate action required." Her heart rate increases slightly. She clicks the email. Inside, she sees the official logo of her bank. The email is written in perfect English. It explains that her account has been temporarily locked due to suspicious activity and that she must verify her identity to restore access. There is a button that says, "Restore account access." Aisha feels a sense of urgency. She doesn't want her account to be frozen. She clicks the button. The link takes her to a website that looks exactly like her bank's login page. She enters her username and password. Within seconds, the page refreshes and shows an error message. Service temporarily unavailable. She shrugs it off, thinking it's a technical glitch. But in reality, the moment she entered her credentials, they were sent directly to a hacker. Within minutes, the hacker logs into her real bank account and initiates a transfer. Aisha doesn't realize what happened until hours later, when she receives a message saying money has been withdrawn. Why this email scam works: deep psychological analysis. This scam succeeds because it exploits multiple human tendencies. 1. Trust in familiar branding. The email uses the bank's logo, colors, and writing style. Humans associate visual familiarity with authenticity. 2. Fear of losing access. The idea of a suspended account triggers anxiety. Anxiety leads to impulsive decisions. 3. Urgency. The email creates a sense of immediate danger. When people feel rushed, they skip verification steps. People are used to clicking links in emails, newsletters, promotions, updates. This habit becomes a vulnerability. Most people don't know how to check email headers, domain authenticity, or link safety. This combination makes phishing one of the most successful cyber attack methods in the world. Case study: the $100 million Google and Facebook scam. Expanded explanation. This is one of the most shocking examples of how even the world's biggest tech companies can fall victim to social engineering. A Lithuanian scammer named Evaldis Rimasauskis created a fake company that mimicked a real hardware supplier used by Google and Facebook. He registered a company with a similar name, created fake invoices, and sent them to the finance departments of both companies. The invoices looked legitimate. The email addresses looked legitimate. The communication style matched the real supplier. Google and Facebook, two of the most technologically advanced companies on the planet, paid the invoices. The total amount transferred was over $100 million. No malware, no hacking tools, no system breach, just emails. This case proves that no one is immune to social engineering. not even the companies that build the internet. How to identify a phishing email. Expanded practical guide. Spotting phishing emails requires a combination of awareness, skepticism, and attention to detail. Here are the deeper signs. 1. Subtle spelling errors. Hackers often make tiny spelling mistakes in domain names, such as paypal.com with a capital I instead of L, Microsoft.com with a 0 instead of O. These differences are easy to miss. Suspicious links. Hovering over a link often reveals a completely different URL. Hackers hide malicious links behind buttons or shortened URLs. 3. Unexpected attachments. Hackers often send attachments disguised as invoices, resumes, or reports. Opening them can install malware instantly. 4. Generic greetings. Emails that start with "Dear Customer" instead of your name are often fake. 5. Emotional manipulation. Any email that tries to scare you, pressure you, or excite you is suspicious. But the most important rule is this: never click links in emails. Always open websites manually. This one habit can protect you from most phishing attacks. Section 5. Fake job offers. Full expanded explanation. Fake job scams have become one of the fastest-growing cybercrimes in the world. They target young graduates, unemployed individuals, and professionals seeking better opportunities. These scams are especially dangerous because they exploit hope, one of the strongest human emotions. Let's explore this through a detailed story. A young graduate named Rohan has been searching for a job for months. He has applied to dozens of companies but hasn't received many responses. One morning, he receives an email that instantly lifts his spirits. The subject line reads, "Congratulations, you have been selected for a remote job opportunity." The email claims to be from a well-known multinational company. It includes a professional-looking offer letter, complete with a logo, signature, and HR contact details. Rohan is thrilled. He tells his family. He feels like his life is finally moving forward. He attends an online interview. The interviewer looks professional, speaks confidently, and asks standard HR questions. Everything feels real. After the interview, the HR representative says, "Your profile is excellent. We just need you to pay 5,000 rupees for verification and onboarding." Rohan hesitates for a moment, but the HR representative reassures him, "This is a standard procedure. You will be reimbursed with your first salary." Rohan pays. Then they ask for more money, for training materials, for ID verification, for software installation. Eventually, Rohan realizes the truth. There was no job, no company, no HR representative, just a well-organized scam. These scams succeed because they exploit emotional vulnerability, desperation for employment. Job seekers are often willing to overlook red flags, professional appearance. Scammers create fake websites, fake HR profiles, and fake interview panels. Psychological manipulation. They use flattery, urgency, and false promises to gain trust. Social proof. They show fake employee testimonials, fake LinkedIn profiles, and fake success stories. Financial pressure. Once the victim pays the first amount, they feel committed and continue paying. This is a classic psychological trap known as the sunk cost fallacy. Across India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Bangladesh, thousands of people have fallen victim to fake Gulf job offers. Scammers promise high salaries, free accommodation, and visa sponsorship. Victims pay for medical tests, visa processing, and travel arrangements. When they arrive at the airport, they discover the truth. Their visas are fake, their job offers are fake, and their money is gone. Entire families have been destroyed by these scams. The rules for job safety are simple but powerful. No real company asks for money. No real HR uses Gmail, Yahoo, or WhatsApp for hiring. No real job requires payment for verification. No legitimate employer conducts interviews only through chat. If someone asks for money at any stage of the hiring process, it is a scam. Deepfake technology represents the newest and most dangerous form of social engineering. It uses artificial intelligence to clone a person's face and voice with frightening accuracy. With just a few minutes of audio or video, hackers can create a digital version of someone that looks and sounds real. Let's explore this through a cinematic story. The CEO who approved the fake transfer. Full narrative. A finance manager named Daniel receives a video call from his CEO. The CEO appears on screen, looking serious and urgent. "Daniel, we need to transfer $25 million to a new vendor immediately. This is confidential. Handle it personally." Daniel is surprised but doesn't question it. The CEO's face looks real. The voice sounds real. The mannerisms match perfectly. Daniel initiates the transfer. Hours later, he receives a message from the real CEO asking why such a large transfer was made. Daniel is confused. He explains the video call. The CEO is shocked. He never made that call. It was a deepfake. How deepfakes work, simple explanation. Deepfakes use machine learning models to analyze a person's face and voice. Once the AI learns the patterns, it can generate new videos or audio clips that look and sound identical to the real person. This technology is becoming cheaper, faster, and more accessible every year. Case study: the Hong Kong deepfake heist. Expanded explanation. In 2024, a finance employee in Hong Kong joined a video call with what appeared to be his entire leadership team. Every face on the screen looked real. Every voice sounded authentic, but the entire call was fake. The employee transferred $25 million to the scammers. This case shocked the world because it proved that deepfake scams are no longer theoretical. They are happening right now. How to protect yourself, expanded guide. The only defense against deepfake scams is multi-channel verification. If someone sends a video message asking for money, call them on the phone. If someone sends a voice note with instructions, verify through email. If someone sends an email, verify through a messaging app. Trust nothing. Verify everything. Part 3. The Social Engineering Kill Chain. Demonstrations and Defense. Section 7. The Social Engineering Kill Chain. Full expanded framework. To understand how social engineers operate, we must break down their process step by step. Just like cybersecurity professionals use the cyber kill chain to understand how technical attacks unfold, human hackers follow a predictable psychological sequence known as the social engineering kill chain. This chain is not random. It is carefully designed to exploit human behavior at every stage. Understanding it gives individuals and companies the power to detect and stop attacks before they succeed. Let's break down each stage in detail. Stage 1. Reconnaissance. Information gathering. Every social engineering attack begins with research. Hackers do not approach victims blindly. They gather as much information as possible to craft a believable story. This information can come from social media posts, LinkedIn profiles, company websites, public records, news articles, online forums, data breaches, even casual conversations overheard in public places. For example, if a hacker sees on LinkedIn that you recently joined a new company, they might send you a fake onboarding email. If they see on Instagram that you're traveling, they might impersonate your bank and claim suspicious activity abroad. If they see your birthday on Facebook, they might use it to guess your password or security questions. Reconnaissance is the foundation of social engineering. The more information the attacker gathers, the more convincing their attack becomes. Stage 2. Engagement, initial contact. Once the attacker has enough information, they initiate contact. This contact can take many forms. A phone call pretending to be a bank officer, an email pretending to be a company executive, a WhatsApp message pretending to be a friend. A LinkedIn message pretending to be a recruiter, a video call using a deepfake, a text message claiming to be a delivery service. The goal of this stage is simple: to get the victim's attention and establish a connection. The attacker may start with something harmless, like a friendly greeting or a simple question, or they may strike immediately with urgency, depending on the type of attack. But the key is this: the victim must respond. Once the victim engages, the attacker moves to the next stage. Stage 3. Manipulation, psychological attack. This is the heart of social engineering. Once the attacker has the victim's attention, they begin manipulating emotions. They may use fear: your account will be closed; greed: you have won a prize; curiosity: your package delivery failed; authority: this is the police department; empathy: I need help urgently; urgency: you must act now. The attacker's goal is to bypass logical thinking and trigger emotional decision-making. Humans are wired to respond emotionally first and logically second. Hackers exploit this biological truth. For example, if someone receives a message saying their bank account is locked, they panic. In that moment of panic, they stop thinking critically. They stop verifying. They stop questioning. This is when the attacker strikes. Stage 4. Execution, the payload. Once the victim is emotionally compromised, the attacker delivers the payload. This payload can take many forms: a malicious link, a fake login page, a request for an OTP, a request for a bank transfer, a request to install software, a request for confidential documents, a request for personal information. The victim, already manipulated, complies. This is the moment the attack succeeds. Stage 5. Exploitation, the damage. After the payload is executed, the attacker uses the gained access to cause damage. This damage can include stealing money, stealing data, stealing identities, taking over accounts, blackmailing the victim, selling information on the dark web, gaining access to corporate systems. By the time the victim realizes what happened, the attacker is long gone. Section 8. Practical demonstrations, visual explanations for editors. To make this module more engaging and visually powerful, here are detailed demonstrations that can be shown on screen. Each demonstration is explained in a way that editors can easily convert into visuals. Demonstration 1. How hackers create fake login pages. Imagine a split-screen visual. On the left side, you show the real login page of a popular service, for example, Gmail. On the right side, you show a fake login page created by a hacker. At first glance, both pages look identical. The colors match, the fonts match, the layout matches, even the logo looks perfect. But when you zoom in on the URL bar, the difference becomes clear. The real URL says https://accounts.google.com. The fake URL says something like https://securegoogleLogin.com or https://google.com with a capital I instead of L. This demonstration shows how easy it is to fool the human eye. People rarely check URLs carefully. Hackers rely on this carelessness. Demonstration 2. How deepfake voice cloning works. Show a waveform of a person speaking. Then show a computer analyzing the voice. Then, show the AI generating a new audio clip that sounds identical. Explain that modern AI tools can clone a voice using as little as 30 seconds of audio. This means that any video you've posted online, any podcast you've recorded, or even a voicemail can be used to clone your voice. Then show a side-by-side comparison. Left, real voice. Right, AI-generated voice. Most viewers will not be able to tell the difference. This demonstration highlights how dangerous deepfake technology has become. Demonstration 3. How scammers use public information. Show a hacker scrolling through a victim's social media profile. They see birthday, pet's name, school name, favorite sports team, recent travel photos, family members, workplace, hobbies. Then show how this information can be used to guess passwords, answer security questions, or craft personalized phishing messages. For example, if someone posts a photo of their dog named Bruno, the hacker might try passwords like Bruno123, I love Bruno. This demonstration shows how oversharing online can become a security risk. Most victims of social engineering attacks make the same mistakes. These mistakes are not due to lack of intelligence, they are due to human nature. Let's break them down. Mistake 1. Trusting caller ID. People assume that if a number looks official, it must be real, but caller ID can be faked easily. Hackers use software to display any number they want. This mistake happens because humans trust visual cues more than logical reasoning. Mistake 2. Clicking links without thinking. People click links out of habit. They don't pause to verify. They don't check the URL. They don't question the message. Hackers exploit this impulsive behavior. Mistake 3. Oversharing on social media. People post everything online: birthdays, vacations, achievements, frustrations, personal details. Hackers use this information to craft personalized attacks. Oversharing creates a digital footprint that attackers can weaponize. Mistake 4. Believing urgent messages. Urgency is one of the most powerful psychological triggers. When people feel rushed, they stop thinking critically. Hackers use urgency to force quick decisions. Mistake 5. Thinking it won't happen to me. This is the most dangerous mistake. People assume they are too smart to be scammed, but intelligence has nothing to do with vulnerability. Even cybersecurity experts have fallen for social engineering attacks. To protect yourself from human hacking, you must develop habits that strengthen your digital awareness. Habit 1. Use a password manager. A password manager creates strong, unique passwords for every account. It also autofills passwords only on legitimate websites. If you land on a fake login page, the password manager will not autofill, giving you an instant warning. Habit 2. Enable multi-factor authentication, MFA. MFA adds an extra layer of security. Even if a hacker steals your password, they cannot access your account without the second factor. This dramatically reduces the success rate of attacks. Habit 3. Verify before trusting. If someone contacts you unexpectedly, whether by phone, email, or message, always verify through an official channel. Verification is the strongest defense against social engineering. Habit 4. Slow down. Hackers rely on speed. If you take even 10 seconds to think, you break their psychological advantage. Slowing down is a powerful security tool. Habit 5. Educate your family. Children and elders are the easiest targets. Teach them about scams, fake calls, and suspicious messages. A family that is aware is a family that is safe. Companies must treat social engineering as a business risk, not just a technical issue. Step 1. Conduct regular social engineering training. Employees must learn how to identify manipulation techniques. Training should include real examples, simulations, and role-playing exercises. Step 2. Implement zero trust policies. Zero trust means no one is trusted automatically, not even employees. Every request must be verified. This reduces the impact of compromised accounts. Step 3. Use email security gateways. These systems scan emails for suspicious links, attachments, and patterns. They block many phishing attempts before they reach employees. Step 4. Create a verification protocol for financial transactions. No financial transaction should be approved based solely on email or phone instructions. Multi-channel verification must be mandatory. Step 5. Run red team social engineering tests. Simulated attacks help companies identify weaknesses before real attackers exploit them. As we reach the end of this module, it's important to step back and look at the bigger picture. Not just the individual scams, not just the techniques, and not just the tools, but the underlying truth that connects everything we've discussed. Human hacking is not about technology. It is not about computers, servers, networks, or firewalls. It is about people, their emotions, their instincts, their habits, and their vulnerabilities. Throughout this module, we explored how attackers manipulate fear, urgency, trust, curiosity, greed, and empathy. We saw how a simple phone call can override logic. We saw how a single email can bypass years of cybersecurity investment. We saw how a fake job offer can destroy a young person's future. We saw how deepfake technology can impersonate leaders, family members, and colleagues with terrifying accuracy. These attacks succeed not because people are foolish, but because people are human. Humans are wired to trust. Humans are wired to help. Humans are wired to respond emotionally. Humans are wired to believe what they see and hear. Hackers know this. They study human behavior more than they study programming. They understand psychology more than they understand code. They exploit the very qualities that make us human. But here's the most important truth. Human hacking is also the easiest cyber threat to defeat if we learn to recognize it. No matter how advanced an attacker becomes, no matter how realistic a deepfake looks, no matter how convincing a scam message sounds, awareness remains the strongest defense. Awareness turns fear into caution. Awareness turns urgency into patience. Awareness turns confusion into clarity. Awareness turns vulnerability into strength. When you understand how human hacking works, you stop reacting emotionally and start responding intelligently. You stop trusting blindly and start verifying deliberately. You stop being a target and start becoming a defender. This module is not just about cybersecurity. It is about reclaiming control in a world where manipulation is becoming more sophisticated every day. It is about protecting your identity, your money, your family, your career, and your future. It is about becoming the kind of person who cannot be fooled, not because you are paranoid, but because you are prepared. And preparation is the greatest shield you can carry in the digital age. Imagine a world where every person understands these tricks. Imagine a world where no one falls for fake calls, fake emails, fake job offers, or fake videos. Imagine a world where scammers fail because people are too aware to be manipulated. That world begins with you. Every time you learn something new about cybersecurity, you become harder to hack. Every time you share this knowledge with someone else, you protect them too. Every time you question a suspicious message, you break the attacker's strategy. Human hacking thrives in ignorance. It dies in awareness. You are not just a viewer of this video. You are a guardian of your digital life. You are the first line of defense for your family, your workplace, and your community. And today, you have become stronger. If this module opened your eyes, if it made you think differently about the digital world, if it helped you understand how human psychology can be weaponized, then don't let this knowledge stay with you. Share this video with your friends, your family, your colleagues, because awareness saves people. Subscribe to Knowitrix for more powerful cybersecurity lessons that protect your digital life and strengthen your future. Your awareness is your strongest antivirus. Your knowledge is your greatest weapon, and your journey to becoming cyber smart has only just begun. This is Knowitrix, empowering you to stay safe in a world full of digital threats.